Good morning, everybody. Stays from Hands in the Dirt. I'm going to go over what's going on in the garden right now. You guys remember uh, these three pots right here is where I mixed those flower seeds all together, and they jumped up. They really have. So I'll do just to get some height. So they should be blooming here hopefully in another week or two. Right here, I have some lavender, a little bit of that's coming up. Of course, my garlic, more garlic, got some ginger here, some cilantro here, spearmint. I planted some muscadine seeds here, but I put some over top of it. I can't remember. These right here are some apple seeds, these three that I planted last year. And yeah, they're coming up. I didn't do anything for them over the winter. And they hung in there. Got some oregano back there. Got some oregano right here. This is a avocado tree. See the cold weather. Those cool mornings don't got this. It's been cool in the morning here in Georgia. But this will survive. This is where I tried to graft onto them last year, and the cold weather caught me. I had them outside. Some pretty sweets. Some other stuff I have growing on the table. Like most of the stuff right here, I'm giving away. I gave away a few things yesterday. We have some black diamonds in here. Some more orange meat watermelons. Armenian cucumbers. Aunt Ruby. Market, more cucumbers, and more pretty and sweet peppers, bell peppers, honey rock melons, sweet banana peppers. I gave one of those away yesterday. Some more. Oh, these are money makers. Yeah, so a lot of stuff right here I'm giving away. I don't really have anywhere else to put them. These I'm waiting on. These sugar babies. I've got a spot for those. All right, let's move on. All right, now for the fruit trees. This is my Auburn University roses. This is my Santa Rosa. See, it's got a lot of new growth on it. This is my Nectarine Tree I got a couple weeks ago. Got a few little nectarines on it. This is that mystery plum tree. Seems to be doing well since I got it potted. Go back to the mustard. All right, so my Muscadine Vines. They're doing well. Getting them down the line. Yeah. It's a grape down there that's real low to the ground. Okay. Let's go over here to Tater Town. See, there's a couple of potatoes that I had to harvest, but the sweet potatoes are starting to move and do their thing. Corn is starting to jump a little bit. And these are my other potatoes that I haven't harvested yet. Right. These are some I just planted on not too long ago. These are some white potatoes, purple, and some reds mixed in. All right, this is one of my peach trees, a Red Haven, that I planted this year. This peach tree right here, you see it's loaded with peaches. I've had this in the ground maybe 4 years, 4 or 5 years maybe. All right, let's come on around here. The Misfit Island over here. So I got a fig. It's starting to grow all over here. Blackberry right there. My Meyer lemons. Another fig. Blueberries. Blackberry. This is a mulberry. It's doing pretty good. When I got this was a stick. And then this is another peach tree. This is a Lauren peach tree that I planted this year. All right, this is one of my pear trees. I got to top it off. I did top that off last year, still growing straight up. Over there you see my compost beds. This is a moon glow pear tree that I planted last summer. And then this is a dwarf pristine, semi-dwarf pristine apple tree that I planted last summer. Get over to my melons. Yep, they're starting to jump up a little bit. As soon as it gets warm here, we can get some consistently warm weather, we'll be all right. All right, these are those gladius that I planted. As soon as they're herringbone, they'll bloom. Here's that Corinthia spinach. And as you can see, the little carrots are starting to do their thing. Right here, we have some butternut squash, peaches and cream corn that my sister wanted me to plant, so I planted a couple weeks ago. Some more sweet potatoes. Inside of this pot, I have muscadine that I pulled from over there that rooted, and I pulled it up and stuck it in the ground. But around it, since I know it's not going to do anything this year, I got some black beans growing in here. I planted in there. Here's another one. I have some pinto beans in here. And like I say, I know these muscadine vines are still living. I just, I should have waited till the fall to move them, to pull them up. Because my big vine over here, I don't know if you can see that vine over there, fell to the ground, picked it back up, but some of the branches were still on the ground and they rooted, and I pulled them up. And I know they're still good because look, you see that green in right there? Yeah. So that's a whole nother little bush I could use, muscadines. Right here, I have a lemon cucumber, if you can get past these. I'll stuck on sweet potato vines I'm growing. And then over here, we have Korean melons. And then in the front right here, I just threw some radish in there. Okay, into the beds. Right here I have some Bloomdale spinach, purple passion, tomatoes, Cherokee purples, Aunt Ruby tomatoes in the back. Got purple whole cowpeas. And then I just stuck some onion bulbs just in between all this stuff. Here, my beets are really starting to do a little something. My Cherokee yellow wax beans. And then here is my okra. They're starting to get a little movement. Okay, these two on the end right here, these are pretty sweet peppers. Those are like the little small sweet peppers that come in. They'll be in different colors, red, yellow, and orange. Here is a habanero, I believe. Yeah, let's see. No, that's a pinto. What is that? A pimento. I got some turmeric growing right here. I just planted. This is the habanero. This isn't for me. This is for Lucius. He like hot stuff. Got some hillbilly tomatoes back there. Some money markets, Persian cucumbers, Korean melons. I got this space open. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this. And then here's some jalapenos. Back here are my Black Beauty eggplants. They're starting to do well. Here, my golden zucchini. I starting to get little bulbs on them. Of course, those are my melons, different type honey melons and orange cantaloupe. I got I got 3 cages here. Here, some more jalapenos. And then these are all different types of cucumbers. We got Market More 76, lemon cucumbers, and so on and so forth. They'll grow up all of these trellises that I have in here. Okay, right here we have striped beans on the end, blue legs in the middle, and then one I never planted before is a contender bean, so green bean, bush bean. And then on the ends right here, I planted some Kentucky pole beans that I'm gonna have just grow up this. I'm just gonna have them grow up the rest. Here you can see my sugar snaps. Some of them are starting to grow up these vines. I'll help some of the ones that are falling to the side. We'll get those growing up the vines here in a minute. Be straight. This is another bed that I have that's pretty open. All right. But what I've put in here is some more melons. So I got some Dixie Queens, got a crimson, and some orange melons. And my plan is once they start to grow out like this way, I'm not gonna let them run into the aisle right here. I'm gonna turn them back into the bed. And the same thing on that end. I'll just turn them back into the bed. And then once it has a few melons, each vine has a couple, 3 melons on it, then I'll clip the ends to keep them from growing any further. All right, right here, you can see my carrots, those little onion seeds that I planted, plenty of tomatoes in here. I have Rutgers tomatoes in here. I have blueberry tomatoes in here. I have Cherokee purples in here. Sweet banana peppers, and what I call a mystery pepper. I believe it's a bell pepper, I'm not sure. And then more here, and I know it looks crowded. Then on the end, we have some parsnip. And this is one of the parsnips right here. We got parsnip right there. This is a beefsteak tomato, and I got a Cherokee. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do the Florida weave on this front row. And we'll cut all of the lower branches. I've already went in there and done it one time and got the suckers out, but some of them jump back in there real quick, man. You got to stay on top of these tomatoes. These suckers will jump out quick. All right, and then the ones in the back, I'll tie to the fence line like I did last year, and then I'll Florida weave these ones in the front, clean up all the branches from the bottom, make sure I come in here and get these suckers out of here. Got to stay on top of those. Now I do have one plant that it did a split. I think I'm just gonna let it stay like that. I started to cut it and just have one main stalk, but it split. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Then I got some in the middle here that I didn't think was gonna make it. You know, a lot of these plants was looking crazy when I put them in here. They're about dead, but they jumped up. So some in the middle I'm gonna have to take out and put in another place. Let's see what else we got. Muscadine that I grew for some cuttings. Some more blueberries, more blackberries that I haven't repotted yet. Carrots. This is my one of my column-minded orange trees. I actually have two. I went and bought another one. I was actually buying it to give to somebody. I bought them something else. Here's my other one. You can see it's loaded with fruit. Oranges all in here. I did have one ripen and tasting, and yeah, it tastes like a lemon. That's pretty much it. Quick garden update. Stays from hands in the dirt, and remember, you have some seeds. Put them in the dirt.